while in quarantine, we're definitely watching a lot of TV, movies. We're getting a lot of things checked off our list because my what to
Right.
watch list on IMDb is like 300 things that I
Ew.
eventually will get to. Movies, TV shows, just a mixture of stuff. Um, but I recently just watched 2 movies, so I'm going to take the majority of what you should be watching here. So you'll have to make sure you chime in because they're very, very different.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
You're
I'll
going to
ask
be
questions as we
surprised.
go along on here because if it's something I've seen, I'll be a lot more engaging. If it's not, it'll be more
True.
questions. So please go.
Okay. Well, the first one, I don't think that you've seen this. It's What Men Want. Okay, so What Women Want was the Mel Gibson movie that came out in 2000 where he could read minds. Well, they redid it and they flipped it where it is Taraji P. Henson, who is in Empire. She was in Hidden Figures that you watched. She was the main girl in Hidden Figures.
Okay.
Okay, so she works at a sports agency and she gets the ability to read men's minds. And she's kind of
Okay.
like, yeah, she's kind of like a ball busting, like she grew up with guys all the time, so she's like,
Women are
what?
strong and independent. Don't need no fucking man. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So she doesn't connect well with men, and she's kind of passed over for a promotion. And basically, it is
Well, she passed over the
more.
promotion because of the sex, or
She
she
was
blamed it on the sex.
well, part of
Hold on.
it was the sex. Oh my
Keep going.
god. Basically they were like, you don't connect well with men, and all of her people that she's representing in the sports agency, she doesn't have any of the big leagues like the football, baseball, basketball. She doesn't have anybody in those major areas.
So she
She
got
has like
tennis and
gold
golf and
gold.
look.
She has gold medalists. She has a lot of
Okay.
females, but they're like, you don't have anybody in the top tier, so that's why they say they passed over her. Well, anyway, she goes out partying with her friends for a bachelorette party. She ends up being able to read minds in a very hysterical way. She has a gay assistant who is awesome. I love him so much.
All right.
But the whole movie is just about her being able to hear what men think and then using that to get one of those top clients so that she can make partner. And obviously, hijinks ensue and embarrassing moments and love life issues pop up. It was a lot funnier than I thought it would be. It doesn't have a great rating on IMDb, I'll be honest. It has like a 5.2 on IMDb.
It sounds like one of those movies that you could just read the plot and then know exactly the entire movie.
Probably,
She's like,
but that
oh,
doesn't.
I can listen to men. Let me go ahead and just manipulate these pigs into getting what I want to prove that I'm worth something. And along the way, she finds that not all men are pigs and that some of these people are actually good, true-hearted
Yes
men.
and no.
And changes
Just
her
because-
personality of how she sees the other sex and other gender. Okay.
Just
Go ahead.
because you can predict part of the movie doesn't make it any less enjoyable to watch.
Does she have a bigger heart at the end because she got to read men's minds and not have her own inside of it?
She does become a better person at the end, just like Mel Gibson did in What Women Want,
Yeah.
because you're so clueless
Yeah,
on
because
the
it's
other
the same
side.
fucking movie. It's just
It is, but
swap roles. Continue.
It's swap roles, more updated. I very much enjoyed it. I think it was hilarious. And I would recommend it for a good date movie. There's nothing that, because the love story in it was quite funny.
Okay.
But I would recommend it as a date movie. I don't think you're going to watch it on your own.
No, I'm not.
But if the girl that you're seeing wants to maybe do a chick flick, or you want to surprise her with a comedy, and this might be a good one to pick.
Okay.
All right. So the other one that I watched is going to be completely over here now.
Okay.
It's Hitman's Bodyguard with Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds.
Ah, it's the one where they did the. It's kind of like the. It's not completely over because it's basically a reverse of the original Bodyguard movie, but it's more comedy between the two of them. And that's and then didn't they have like a
comedy
Celine
action.
Dion song in the middle of that trailer or something like that. Anyways,
I don't
continue.
remember.
Continue. I'm sorry.
It's very, very. So I love seeing Samuel L. Jackson in just this role. Like, I feel like this is like the most true role to himself. He's just laid back and he says "motherfucker" like consistently through the whole movie. It's like his favorite line. Ryan Reynolds is a very put together suit and tie. He runs a professional
Gary
bodyguard.
Oldman's in it. I'm
Yes,
adding this to my
yes.
list. Go ahead and continue.
He
my
plays
favorite.
he plays I don't want to say I'm okay. He plays kind of like a Putin, where he kind of has a lot of power in his country, and people are trying to get him convicted of all of these horrible things, but nobody can prove anything. But this hitman, Samuel L. Jackson's character, can prove all these horrible things that he's accused of.
Right.
And Ryan Reynolds' character, his bodyguard, and his job is to get the hitman to the trial to convict this bad guy.
Gotcha.
It's quite hilarious. I think you will love it. There are many times I laughed out loud in it. I think Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson are perfect together. And I was trying not to look at it as Nick Fury and Deadpool, because
I'm gonna say that's he's gonna when those ties finally cross, he's gonna say something or he's gonna reference something in this movie.
Because they have a sequel coming out. It's Hitman. It's the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard or something that's coming out. So it's I loved it. It got like a 7 on IMDb, which is what I rated it as well. It was very enjoyable. Lots of action, comedy. I'm very interested to see what you think about it if you're going to watch it, because it was just a fun ride.
I literally have it pulled up on Netflix, paused, ready to go right now, because that's how I saw Gary Oldman. I was like, all right. I mean, you had me with Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson. I was interested, but I saw Gary Oldman. I was like, I'm done. I'm in. And it says this movie is, and it says violent, exciting. So yeah, I'm game.
He is very diverse in what he can play. Like, he's played good guys, he's played bad guys, he's played people that you're just like, I don't even know that it's him. Yeah. So
he's Zorg from The Fifth Element. He's Commissioner Gordon from the Batman series. I mean,
he's so diverse. He's amazing. He's amazing. So I love this movie. I'm excited for the sequel now. I will totally support the sequel whenever we actually get back to theaters.